March 8, 2022. Windsor Castle, Private Royal Archive. 9:30 a.m. Three palace archivists stood frozen, staring at a locked mahogany chest behind a false wall panel. The chest was sealed with the Queen's personal crest and marked, "To be opened only after my death, for William and Harry, no one else." Inside were 47 letters Queen Elizabeth had written to her sons over 70 years. Letters she never sent. Letters containing secrets so explosive they could rewrite everything the world believed about the royal family, about Diana's death, about Charles's betrayals. But Elizabeth had been planning this revelation for decades, waiting for the right moment to tell her sons the truth she could never speak aloud. The senior archivist carefully lifted the chest. "Your Majesty must see this immediately," she whispered. "This changes everything." But Queen Elizabeth would die 7 months later, never knowing her final gift had been discovered too early. Windsor Castle, Queen's private study. 10:15 a.m. Margaret knocked softly. "Your Majesty, we've found something you need to see." Elizabeth's face went pale when she saw the mahogany chest. For 70 years she had hidden those letters, and now they had been discovered. "The renovation crew found a hidden compartment," Margaret explained. "We haven't read the contents. We brought it directly to you." Elizabeth dismissed her. When alone, she sat heavily, the chest on her lap. She hadn't touched these letters in decades. First one, written November 14th, 1948, when Charles was born. Last one, September 6th, 1997, 1 week after Diana died. 47 letters, 47 confessions, 47 secrets. But wait, you haven't seen what was in the first letter. Letter 1, November 14th, 1948. Elizabeth broke the seal. "My dearest Charles, you are 3 days old and already I have failed you. They took you from me this morning. Palace officials said a queen cannot nurse her own child. Not proper, not dignified. So they took you and I sat crying. Your father says duty comes before maternal instinct. I must be queen first, mother second. But Charles, if I could choose, I would choose you. I would hold you every morning. But I was born into this prison, just as you were, and neither of us has any choice." Elizabeth's hands trembled. She had forgotten how much pain she felt, how much she wanted to be a normal mother. Hold up, the letters got darker. Letter 7, August 15th, 1964. "Charles, you are 15 today. Yesterday I watched your father humiliate you at polo. Called you weak in front of his friends. Said you throw like a girl. Said no son of his would be so pathetic. I stood there smiling, like nothing was wrong. Said nothing. Defended you to no one. Let him break you. Why? Because if I undermine his authority, I undermine the entire system. So I stay silent, while he destroys your confidence. And someday, when you're king, making terrible decisions, because you spent childhood believing you're worthless, remember I could have stopped it. But I chose the crown instead. Don't miss this detail. The letter about Diana's arrival. Letter 23. July 29th, 1981. "Charles, I watched you marry Diana Spencer today. Beautiful, radiant, 19 and unaware of what she's walking into. You don't love her. I know this. You love Camilla Parker Bowles. Always have. But we forced you to marry Diana because Camilla was married. Wasn't a virgin. Didn't fit the fairy tale. So we found a beautiful innocent girl who knew nothing. Dressed her in white, put her in a carriage, told the world it was love. It was a lie. Diana looked so happy during the ceremony. She believes you'll learn to love her. She doesn't know about Camilla. Doesn't know you're planning to continue the affair. Doesn't know we're all complicit. I should have stopped this wedding. Should have told Diana, run as far from this family as you can. We will destroy you. But I didn't. I smiled and waved. And when Diana breaks, when she embarrassed the family, remember we broke her first. This is where everything changes. Letter 31. June 21st, 1982. William's birth. Charles, your son was born today. William Arthur Philip Louis, future king. I held him 6 minutes before staff took him for photographs. 6 minutes. Diana looked exhausted but happy. She thinks she'll raise William herself. Poor child. She has no idea. They'll take William from her like they took you from me. Put him in boarding schools, fill his head with duty and shame. Turn him into another damaged royal who smiles while dying inside. Unless Diana fights. And I think she might. I see wildness in her eyes. A refusal to accept how things are. If Diana fights for William, I won't stop her. Won't help, because I can't risk my position. But won't stop her. Let her try to save him. Let her raise one royal child who knows what love feels like. God knows I failed with you. But you're not ready for the letter about Diana's rebellion. Letter 34. November 20th, 1985. Charles, Diana is becoming a problem. Not because she's wrong, because she's doing everything right. The public adores her. She holds AIDS patients without gloves, walks through minefields, hugs homeless children, cries real tears. She's making us look cold and mechanical. Because we are. We've had to be, to survive. But Diana doesn't understand, or doesn't care. Your father is furious, says she's making a mockery of protocol. Advisors say I need to control her. But Charles, I'm tired. Tired of rules. Tired of pretending we're special instead of privileged. Tired of sacrificing real love for a system that benefits no one except us. So I won't stop Diana. Let her shine. Let her show what royal compassion could look like if we weren't terrified of appearing human. Hold up. The letter that revealed the truth. Letter 37. December 9th, 1992. Charles, Diana's biography came out today. Diana, her true story. She told everything. Eating disorders, suicide attempts, your affairs, the loneliness, palace in crisis. Your father wants her exiled. Everyone calls her a traitor. But Charles, she told the truth. Every word is true. You did have affairs. You did make her feel worthless. Did tell her she was stupid, emotional, common. We watched it happen. We knew she suffered. We chose to protect you instead. Why? Because you're the heir. The monarchy needs you. Diana is disposable. That's the truth. Diana can be replaced. You cannot. So we'll destroy her reputation to save yours. Brief journalists against her. Plant stories about her being unstable, manipulative. Turn the public against her slowly, until she's villain, not victim. I'm going to participate. It's my duty, but Charles, I know it's wrong. No, we're crushing an innocent woman who only wanted love. No, someday history will judge us, and I hope that judgment is harsh. Don't miss this detail. The letter written 1 week after Diana's death. Letter 47. September 6th, 1997. Elizabeth pulled out the last letter with tears. Charles and Harry, Diana is dead. 6 days ago in Paris. World screaming for answers. Accident, conspiracy, murder. I don't know. But I know this. We killed her, not with our hands, not with planned assassination, but with 15 years of systematic cruelty. We mocked her, isolated her, told her she was crazy when she saw truth, took away her title and protection, left her vulnerable. And when she died, we acted like victims, like we lost someone precious. But truth is, we were relieved. Diana alive was dangerous, asking too many questions, planning to remarry outside royal family, talking about exposing corruption, arms deals, dark money that funds this institution. She had to be stopped. Whether her death was accident or something more, result is same. Diana is gone and secrets are safe. I will never say these words aloud. We'll stand at her funeral looking sad. We'll console you pretending I'm grieving. But I want you to know truth. Your mother didn't die because of paparazzi. She died because she refused to stay silent, because she thought truth was more important than tradition, because people like me chose crown over her life. But you're not ready for what Elizabeth decided. Windsor Castle. 2:47 p.m. Elizabeth sat surrounded by 47 open letters. 70 years of confessions. The archivist found them 7 months too early. Her plan was to die first, then let William and Harry discover them after. That way she wouldn't face their judgment, wouldn't see the pain when they realized how much she knew, allowed, sacrificed. But now the letters were out. Now she had a choice. Destroy them. Burn them right now. Take these secrets to grave and maintain pristine image she'd spent 96 years protecting. Or give them to William and Harry while still alive. Face their anger, answer their questions, finally tell them truth. Elizabeth stood slowly, walked to her desk, pulled out 2 Royal Crest envelopes, placed 23 letters in William's envelope, 24 in Harry's, then sat and wrote 2 more letters, final letters, living letters. My dearest William, enclosed are 23 letters I wrote to your father. Letters I never sent because I was a coward. Letters containing truths about Diana, about Charles, about this family you deserve to know. I'm giving these now, while alive, because I'm tired of secrets, tired of protecting an institution that destroys everyone. Read these, hate me if you must, but understand I'm telling truth now because I love you more than I love the crown. And that, my darling, is something I could never say to your father. This is where everything changes. March 10th, 2022. Kensington Palace. William received his envelope at breakfast, opened it alone in his study. Harry received his in California via diplomatic courier, opened it with Meghan beside him. For 6 hours, William read. For 6 hours, Harry read. They read about grandmother's regrets, grandfather's cruelty, father's affairs, mother's suffering, the system that crushed Diana and would have crushed them if she hadn't fought. They read the truth, and truth destroyed the fairy tale forever. William called Harry, first time in months since Harry left. Did you read them? Every word, Harry replied, voice thick with tears. She knew, grandmother knew everything, knew what they were doing to Mum and let it happen. For the institution, William said bitterly. Everything is always for the institution. The brothers talked 3 hours, cried, raged, mourned not just their mother, but the grandmother they thought they knew. She was a prisoner too, Harry said finally. Just like Mum, just like all of them. But at least she told us truth before she died. At least we know. Queen Elizabeth died 7 months later. The letters remained private. William and Harry never released them. Some secrets too painful to share. But they kept them. Read them to their children when old enough. Made sure next generation knew truth about Diana, about monarchy, about cost of crown. And every year on anniversary of Diana's death, William and Harry meet privately, read one of Elizabeth's letters aloud, remember their mother, and promise that cycle of silence ends with them. Some truths take 70 years to speak. Some confessions only written, never said. Elizabeth's letters were both